Chicago Fire Season 13 Final. What's next for Ritter and Carver? And could they return in Season 14? As Chicago Fire barrels toward its Season 13 final, the looming departures of Darren Ritter, Daniel Curie, and Sam Carver, Jake Lockett, have left fans reeling. The unexpected exits of two key Firehouse 51 members raise major questions about how the show will handle their farewells and whether their stories are truly over. While showrunner Andrea Newman has confirmed that neither actor will return as a series regular in Season 14, her cryptic comments leave the door open for potential reappearances, sparking speculation about how the writers might pave the way for their eventual returns. How will Ritter and Carver exit? Given Chicago Fire's history of heartbreaking character deaths, from Leslie Shea's shocking demise to Brian Otis Zvonsek's heroic sacrifice, many fans feared the worst for Ritter and Carver. However, Newman's remarks suggest that both characters will survive the final, avoiding a tragic ending, at least for now. But if they're not being killed off, how will the show explain their absences? One possibility is a transfer to another firehouse or department. Ritter, who has grown into a confident firefighter and even taken on mentorship roles, could be offered a promotion elsewhere, perhaps even a leadership position that would justify his departure while leaving room for guest appearances. Carver, whose rebellious streak has often clashed with authority, might choose to leave Chicago for personal reasons, especially given his complicated relationships with the team. Another route could be a temporary exit, such as a long-term injury or a leave of absence. The final could see Ritter or Carver seriously hurt in a call, forcing them to step away while leaving their futures ambiguous. This would allow the actors flexibility to return down the line without disrupting continuity. The One Chicago crossover potential. Newman's mention of Ritter and Carver's potential future in the One Chicago universe hints at crossover opportunities. Could Ritter pop up on Chicago PD as part of a case involving Firehouse 51? Might Carver resurface in Chicago Med, perhaps as a patient or in a storyline involving a former flame? The interconnected nature of the franchise makes it easy for characters to drift between shows, keeping them in fans' minds without requiring a full-time return. This wouldn't be the first time a Chicago Fire character transitioned into a recurring role. Kara Kilmer's Sylvie Brett left earlier this season, but could still return for guest spots, and former series regular Monica Raymond, Dawson, made multiple appearances after her departure. If Ritter and Carver remain alive, their returns, even in small doses, could keep their legacies alive in the One Chicago world. What their departures mean for Firehouse 51. Losing two core team members in one season is a major shakeup for Firehouse 51. Ritter, who started as a probie, has become a fan favorite thanks to his humor, loyalty, and growth under the guidance of veterans like Herman and Kruz. Carver, meanwhile, brought a rugged intensity to the house, clashing with authority, but ultimately proving himself as a dependable firefighter. Their absences will undoubtedly leave voids, both professionally and personally. Who will step up in Ritter's place as the house's tech-savvy problem solver? Will Carver's departure impact Stella Kidd's leadership, given their complicated dynamic? The show will need to introduce new blood in Season 14, but filling the emotional gaps left by these characters won't be easy. Fan reactions and future speculation. Since news broke of Curie and Lockett's exits, fans have taken to social media to express their disappointment and their hopes for the characters' futures. Many are clinging to Newman's "nothing is locked down" comment, theorizing that Ritter and Carver could return in a future season, even if not immediately. Some have suggested that budget cuts or contract negotiations might be behind the departures, leaving the possibility open for negotiations down the line. Others wonder if the actors are pursuing other projects, but could return once schedules align. Whatever the reason, the show's willingness to keep the characters' fates flexible suggests that Chicago Fire isn't ready to say a permanent goodbye. Final predictions for the Season 13 final. The final will need to deliver satisfying yet open-ended conclusions for both characters. Here's what we might see. Ritter could receive an offer to join a specialized rescue unit in another city, setting up a potential return if he visits Chicago. Carver might leave abruptly after a personal crisis, leaving his future deliberately unresolved. A major fire or accident could injure one or both, allowing for a dramatic exit without a death.